Such a visual impact when you first walk into the studio as well. To see them all sort of hanging together makes a big first impression.
It does, and it's the only place. I mean, obviously we've got showrooms that sell for us all around the world, but nobody has them all like this.
Yeah.
So this is quite special. These ones are called Navicula.
Okay.
Navicula is a diatom, and diatoms are plankton that live in the oceans and also in the freshwater.
Yeah.
And collectively, they're responsible for 50% of the oxygen we breathe. And they're also absolutely beautiful. So we developed these as a way of sort of saying, look, we've got to look after the oceans.
Your work has a very distinctive signature. It's almost organic. What's your main inspiration for the work you do?
Obviously, I love the outdoors, I love nature, I love walking the forest, climbing mountains out in the oceans. And what I'm trying to do is sort of capture some of the energy, something of what I feel in those spaces, and bring that in through these into people's homes. I was brought up through my teenage years in the Isle of Wight, very close to the beach, and it was a point at which you're aware of the horizon, aware of something over there, something distant. And I think that was the lure of the ocean, the fact that that bit of water that I go out and touch every day is this sort of wonderful pathway that links you to every corner of the planet. And I wanted to do it, and that opened up this whole world of possibility. What I've come to really love here, being on the Pacific Ocean, is the feeling of that energy that comes up through the water. You see these sort of mounds of water coming towards you, but there's no water moving. It's just this energy that's moving. It's like the ocean's breathing and you're on it. It's like the earth is breathing. It's just mesmerizing. And it's energy passed into me, and I need to sort of keep doing stuff. I was sort of getting more and more frustrated. I wasn't sort of making things I wanted to do. And at that point, in the end of the 90s, I thought, well, I've got this nautical thing at the background. I've got this naval architect training, which I should go back to and have a look at. And that triggered some constructional ideas I could use to sort of maybe make furniture in a different sort of way using some of those principles. And step by step, through about 3 or 4 series, that led to the body raft. And that led to complete change because that suddenly took off.
There's kind of creativity everywhere in this room. What keeps you going? What makes you want to do it?
I can't not. And it's probably the same with you, that it's like this, I call it this sort of internal imperative, that you just got to do it.
Yeah.
And from when I was a kid, 10-year-old kid making something out, I just need to be making, doing, creating.
Yeah.
And when I get something that comes up that works and I get feedback from people that say, oh, I've got one of your lights in my room, and it makes me so happy living with it. Creating is driven by something internal that's pushing you. I just needed to do stuff. The act of creating is an act of exploration and of risk-taking. And the more risks you take and the more you explore, the more you discover, the more places you go, the more you find. And that's an important element of the creative process.